What is going on, guys? 2.0 here, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the fact that the Gjallarhorn has now been confirmed to be returning to Destiny with the upcoming Rise of Iron expansion pack, as well as my thoughts and opinions on what you should and shouldn't be expecting the weapon to be like in year 3 of the game. So I'm sure most of you will already know by now, but yes, the Gjallarhorn will be returning to Destiny, and you obtain the weapon by completing a quest line which involves you rebuilding the Gjallarhorn yourself, which does sound awesome. There was some confusion going around whereby people thought that you could only get the Gjallarhorn by pre-ordering the expansion pack. This is not true, however you do receive a reskin version of the weapon called the Iron Gjallarhorn. The difference between the two is purely cosmetic, and you will only get the Iron Gjallarhorn if you pre-order the Rise of Iron expansion, but you don't just instantly have it when you boot up the game for the first time after downloading the expansion. You do still need to play through the questline. It's just at the end of it you will receive both the normal Gjallarhorn that we all know and love, as well as the Iron Gjallarhorn upon completing the quest. So, like I said, most of you guys will probably already heard about it being brought back. I did just want to clear those two misconceptions up though, and I also want to discuss my thoughts and opinions on what you should and shouldn't be expecting the weapon to be like in year 3 of the game. Now, what I mean by that is a lot of people seem to be really excited about the news of it making a return, as am I. I myself cannot wait to get my hands on the weapon again, but I just don't want people to be expecting it to be the dominant weapon that it once was in year 1, as all that's going to do is cause a disappointment when we all get our hands on it again. This happened with the Sleeper Simulant. It was rumoured to be the new Gjallarhorn in the sense that it would be the power weapon, and the community was generally very excited about that. Then, when we found out how to get the weapon, it ended up as a disappointment to most, as it was hyped up way too much and wasn't what we had expected. Now, I don't want the same thing to happen again, and so I thought I would explain exactly why I believe it won't be anywhere near as strong and dominant as it once was. So, Bungie did actually say a while ago that they didn't intend for the Gjallarhorn to be the power weapon that it was in year 1. They also said that they ended up having to design encounters around the Gjallarhorn, meaning that when creating new content, they had the Gjallarhorn in mind and didn't want players to be able to just take the easy option of having a group of Guardians fire their rockets at the enemies or the boss, and then the mission, strike or raid to be over. What the Gjallarhorn became wasn't what they had intended or imagined. I mean, people would require you to have the Gjallarhorn to even play the Crota Zen raid with them, and although I do think that was a bad thing for the community, I do understand why. I mean, if you want to get it done quick, take the easy option and make sure everyone is using the Gjallarhorn, but do you really think that Bungie will allow the same thing to happen again? I mean, you can see it in the King's Fall raid. Although the Gjallarhorn wouldn't be useful in that anyway because of the light level it is currently locked at, rocket launchers are not widely used in the King's Fall raid. Its main focus is snipers and primaries. In fact, completing the encounters in the King's Fall raid aren't even dependent on heavy weapons at all. Sure, that could have just been a coincidence, but like I said before, they started designing encounters around the Gjallarhorn, and so this could have still been in their minds when designing the King's Fall raid. Also, in year 1, the Gjallarhorn was rare. I clocked up a lot of hours on Destiny and only ever had 2 drop for me, both were from Nightfalls. I'm guessing I only ever saw 5 to 10 drop for people I was in games with, far less than any other exotic in the game at that time, and even still now, but with the year 3 Gjallarhorn, Bungie is kind of handing it to us. Yes, we do need to play through the questline, but even if that questline is very difficult and takes a very long time to complete, it is still a guaranteed way of getting the weapon. Do you think that they would just give us a weapon as strong as it once was that easily? And then my last reason is that Bungie did say the Gjallarhorn would probably never be brought forward again, and now it has, and that makes me think that they decided to bring it back as a way to create a lot of hype around this new Rise of Iron expansion pack, which it certainly has done. And then also to stop the question, will the Gjallarhorn ever come back to Destiny, from being asked of them. I believe it will be somewhat of a trophy weapon, something that you'll break out every now and then for a bit of fun and a bit of nostalgia from the early days of Destiny, and not something that you use when you want to get stuff done. So that is why I believe the Gjallarhorn won't be what a lot of people seem to be expecting, and I just wanted to get my views out there, as I don't want people to be disappointed when they get their hands on the weapon again after all of this time. I don't want this to come across as me complaining, as like I said at the start of the video, I myself am very excited about its long awaited return as well. I'm just not expecting it to be anything too special to prevent myself from being disappointed upon its release. But there we have it, guys. That is going to bring us to the end of the video, so if you did enjoy it, please leave a like, as it really does help the channel out. It did take a very long time to put this one together, as I wanted to choose my wording very carefully, not to sound as though I was being negative about it, because I really cannot wait. September seems so far away right now, but I'm sure it will all be worth the wait when it finally comes. But let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on the Gjallarhorn. Are you excited for its return, and how do you think it will perform in year 3 of Destiny? Subscribe if you're new around here, as I upload daily Destiny videos, and as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.